Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by Achara Kirk.
Hello.
We're continuing on with Loki, Season 1, Episode 5, Journey into Mystery.
Ooh.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut-down version of our reaction, because we're only allowed a few minutes of picture-in-picture between 5 and 10, give or take. It's kind of this weird unspoken rule.
Nebulous.
It's nebulous. It is very nebulous, so we try to follow those. If you want to watch the entire thing uncut, uninterrupted along with us, then head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Jaby Koay, and you can watch the entire show along with us. However, you'll need your own Disney Plus subscription, because we're not allowed to show you the entire show picture-in-picture. Them's the rules. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Please subscribe and hit that bell icon. If you're watching this on Patreon already, thanks for supporting us here. All right, here we go.
Oh my God, answer my questions. I need to know what's going on. You need to calm down.
It's such a heroic anthem.
It really is, yeah.
That's a cool shot.
Yeah, it's a really interesting shot. But why? So trippy.
Getting vignetting. Someone forgot to take that out.
Seems like business as usual at the TVA.
It's a very J.J. Abrams shot.
Are we going to go through it now? We're just going to stop there. What does it mean? Oh no, it's inside. We're inside now. This is so trippy. Oh, the music's awesome.
It's like finally getting out of the Matrix.
Look at the buildings. They've all just kind of like... It's like...
Inception?
Well, I was thinking Doctor Strange, but then they just kind of collapsed, you know? Like... Blah, blah.
So Inception.
Yeah. What's going on?
Well, it's very post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, very much so. All right, Lokis. Let's go.
This is the void. That's Alioth. And we're his lunch. Come on.
That's a what? Hold on.
Alioth.
Alioth.
I think that's his name. He looks like a smoky Godzilla dog. Ooh.
What's Alioth?
That thing.
I know. Is that a mythological creature that you know about?
I do not know about this
okay.
creature. I am not the know-it-all authority, especially on like Norse mythology. That is not me.
And what if I said Loki wasn't dead? Or maybe we want the same thing.
How is he still alive? And how will saving him get us closer to who's really behind the TVA?
Good questions.
Because I want to know who's at the top of this. I want to know who lied to me.
I don't trust her.
Basically, the branch timeline isn't reset. It's transferred to a void at the end of time. Nothing ever comes back from there. I can help you if you trust me.
It's like a black hole of time. That's crazy.
I mean, that makes sense, though. I don't know, man. I don't know.
She seems like a tricky witch.
I don't trust her as far as I can throw her, and I'm not that strong. So...
I'd like to suggest we take a quick breather so I can ask several thousand questions.
What are those? Are they like... Oh my God, they're cute.
Will someone please explain to me what the hell is going on? All I know is I got pruned, and I woke up here, and now I'm surrounded by variants of myself, plus an alligator, which I'm heartbroken to report I didn't even find all that strange. He's trying to find a way back to the TVA.
What?
Stop wailing or you will signal Alioth.
This is the place where the TVA dumps its rubbish.
You're telling me that thing's a Loki too?
Oh, yes.
Okay, fine. Willing to accept that.
And just like you're doing right now, we all stood around making bad plans that went nowhere.
Yes, but if you thought of using a tempad.
Oh, the one thing that could easily get us out of here. Yes! They're all over the place, right, guys?
He's got one, doesn't he?
What about causing a Nexus event?
The TVA
Oh,
doesn't
it doesn't
care
have
what
one.
happens here.
Sure.
We're done talking. Let's go.
I'm obsessed with the alligator. Like, I don't even like reptiles, but I think it's really cute. Like, I would cuddle it.
Why would he suggest a 10 pad?
I mean, it's an idea, but they don't have one.
You do well to respect the boy.
What was your Nexus event, Your Majesty?
I killed Thor.
Oh, I mean, that's a pretty big deal. Oh, cute. Oh my God. Was that Thor?
I don't know who that is.
It was like a little tiny Thor. Oh, this is like really weird looking.
Miss Minutes, I need you to remote access a series of restricted files from the archives.
On what?
The beginning of time.
Wait, what about the end of time? It would be impossible to start a Nexus event there. So how do we get past the void?
It's impossible. There's nothing for the Tempad to lock onto. No destination.
Then we go through it.
What about the Void spacecraft?
Yes, the prototype.
I'll get the file.
Do we trust her?
It could conceivably take us to the end of time.
Find Loki
Find the man behind the curtain
and kill him.
together.
Why didn't you suggest that spaceship lady?
Yeah, this is why I still don't trust her.
Minutes, where are the files on this time craft?
Still looking, hun. Buried pretty deep.
It's highly restricted. I might not even have clearance.
Oh no, I think you would. If it's real.
I'm fine. She took my 10 minutes.
Knew it. Capital BITCH.
I'll admit you had me fooled there for a minute.
Why don't you come back out and we can talk about it?
What happened to finding the man behind the curtain?
Oh God. Oh, she's gonna prune herself. No? Yes.
With the Tempad in hand, too.
Yes. I was wondering. I guess because it's like on her in her pocket, it goes with her. But why doesn't the weapon go with her?
She let go of it.
I guess.
So, after I vanquished Captain America, I claimed my prize. All 6 Infinity Stones.
That's alligator for growling and saying liar at the same time.
Well, at least my Nexus event wasn't eating the wrong neighbor's cat.
No.
Thanos kills us after Ragnarok.
In my timeline, everything proceeded correctly my entire life until Thanos attacked our ship. I cast a projection of myself so real, even the mad Titan believed it. After I faked my death, I simply drifted in space.
What if he doesn't die?
Landed on a remote planet and stayed there in isolation for a long, long time.
That could happen to him.
Yeah, it could.
I missed my brother, and I wondered if he missed me, if anybody else did. As soon as I took my first steps to getting off the planet, the TVA arrived. Because we, my friends, have but one part to play. The god of outcasts.
Have any of you met a woman variant of us?
Sounds terrifying.
She's not trying to take over the TVA. She's trying to take it down. And she needs me. I'm gonna kill Alioth, and I could use all the help I can get.
What was he expecting, really?
I know. But they're all jaded.
But they said it right at the beginning, like, when you first arrive, you try to come up
Yeah.
with all these ideas.
Exactly. It's optimism.
She's right there.
Is she there? Oh, no.
Whoa!
More Lokis!
Which one of us are you?
Is this good news or bad news?
This is a nightmare.
Okay.
No way.
No, but I knew that. I was wondering, like, when we would see that Loki, because we've seen him in the trailers and everything, you know? Like,
Right.
I didn't know if he was going to turn into it or if that was a different one. But now we know.
Oh, she's alive.
Where? Where did you turn up? And how do they know when new
Where's
Lokis
Mobius?
turn up?
Mobius isn't dead, is he?
I don't know. I mean, if he's smart, he'll figure out how to survive, right? He might be here too. Ooh! What is that? Oh, that was cool. Who is it? Which Loki? Is it your Loki love? She's so awesome. Oh, is it Mobius? It's Mobius?
Can you shut the door?
Yes!
Oh, wow. I got the Sphinx there and everything. I like his necktie.
Apologies, my liege. I betrayed you. And now, I'm king.
About that.
You can't be serious.
Come on.
I gave you our location. In exchange for shelter and supplies, you give me your army and I take the throne.
Ah, yes. How about this one? My army, my throne.
About that.
Oh my god.
Oh, you beef-witted, half-faced scrubs! We had a deal!
Oh my god, this is nuts. Ooh.
He needs to get out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, he created a duplicate of himself.
He's pretty cool.
That's what I'm wondering if in Endgame,
Yeah, no, I get it.
you know, maybe he survives.
It's a possibility, yeah. If he, like,
Because he learns the magic.
learns, yeah.
We're broken. Every version of us.
Oh. No, you're not.
Nothing can change until the TVA is stopped. I believe she's our only chance of stopping the TVA.
Okay, we'll help you. We'll get you to it. But that's as far as we go.
Wouldn't you want to come too? Wouldn't you want to leave this desolate land? What's the USS Eldridge? Oh. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't look good.
What? Now they're slowing down.
Can you feel her? Can you sense her?
Mobius. How did you...
Where's all the hugs?
Oh, no, wait. These are my friends. Us as a child, us in the future, and us as an alligator.
Sorry, come again. Kill it?
Yes, we're gonna kill Alioth.
Oh my god, that was your plan.
Yeah.
And you all went along with it.
I was having my doubts.
The person we're after is beyond the void at the end of time.
How do we get past the guard dog?
I'm going to enchant it.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty confident.
Oh.
Okay.
It's like a hardcore prison. All the magic. No.
What exactly do you want from me?
I want you to tell me what drives her.
Revenge drives her. Killing the timekeepers. This isn't about protecting the TVA at all, is it? You just want to find whoever's behind all of this, too. You'll never find them. You only want it. She needs it.
Ooh.
Yeah, all right. Wasn't the most clever writing, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Need all the files on the founding of the TVA. Everything from the beginning of time.
Ooh.
It seems like just another ploy to get closer. She doesn't really care about protecting them, right?
No.
Mobius and his theory.
Right, about my Nexus event.
Total rubbish, right?
Absolutely, of course.
Sounds like another TVA lie.
100%. I mean, totally.
Just try it. Go on. That's why they haven't touched, right?
Don't know how to do this.
I don't even know what we're doing.
I don't have anyone.
Yeah, there are more important things, right?
Right? Bringing down the TVA.
I mean, saving the universe when you think about it.
Well, there's no need to be dramatic, but yeah.
Aww.
It's not very snuggly. Is it a tablecloth?
No, it's a blanket.
Oh my god, that's even weirder than I thought.
What?
I didn't realize it was like this weird bouncing head thing.
Yeah. I thought it was like a little peacock. It's so cute, though.
It hit me earlier. I linked to it. I can enchant it. Loki, I don't even know if this is going to work.
You go, I go.
Aww.
Good luck. Find what you're looking for.
This better not end like right now. I'm gonna get so frustrated.
Aw. Bring it in. Hug it out.
You're my favorite.
When a branch appears, Alioth will focus on it. That's when I'll enchant it.
That thing is so freaky because it's like shapeless.
Yeah.
What if we don't have time to wait for a branch?
We'll have to cause a distraction.
Oh, God. What? Oh, what was that? Oh. Dang. Oh my God. He's just like rebuilding Asgard.
Well, it's an illusion, isn't it?
Yeah. Damn.
How is he doing that?
I think we're stronger than we realize.
Yeah. Should learn from him. My God. Together.
What are you doing?
We're going to enchant it.
I don't know how.
You do. Because we're the same.
Yes. Come on. You can do everything. Come on. Come on, Loki. Oh, no. Oh, is he gonna eat him? Oh, no. I'm not into this. One last hurrah. Let's go. Oh, no. I liked him.
Oh, man.
Oh, we got him.
Oh, boy.
What is that?
Go.
Is that where they are? Yeah, keep holding hands.
I guess it's the end of the episode, huh?
Oh, wow.
God damn it.
Wait, there might be an end credit scene.
I know,
okay?
but still, it's just like...
Yeah, I mean, you knew, like that's where it would end up. You know, you called it, and that's right because we have one more episode, and that's going to be the one.
It just seems like a lot to wrap up, doesn't it?
Well, they're going to find the man behind the curtain. They're going to find Oz, and then they're going to, figure it out.
Something tells me we're not going to get all the answers. We're going to get like a fraction of an answer in the next episode.
Yeah, of course. That's kind of how it's been. I feel it's just like all a big setup, right? But this was cool. Like I really like what they're doing with it so far. You know, I like this idea of Loki's redemption and not just like our Loki, but
I'm just wondering how it all fits in with the rest of the movies and whatnot. Like, when did whatever this Loki is reinsert himself back into the timeline, or does he?
Or does he at all?
Is this a complete divergence? I'm wondering about. I mean, I guess they'll explain it by the end of the episode, end of the show rather.
Yeah. But I mean, you may have a point that now that our Loki has figured out, how the older Loki survived, that if he was somehow reinserted into his timeline, he could figure out a way to live.
Right. I mean, that's a good excuse to bring him back.
Yeah. I like the older Loki. He's so jaded though, but I think, like by the end, even he felt more optimistic about change.
He served his purpose.
Yeah, no, but I mean, he was all like, what he learned was that Lokis can't change, right? He's like, we'll always just be Lokis.
Right.
Whatever we do, we're always going to be that. And I think Loki and Sylvie just proved to him that there is an opportunity to change. And I really like that messaging.
That was a very epic episode.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
That's a lot to take in. When they started breaking down like all the timeline stuff and what exactly this place is, my brain broke for a second. I'm like, okay, wait, what?
You understand now, though, right?
Yeah, no, I get it. It's basically a dumpster for everything. Okay, so whenever they did a reset of the timeline, were they basically collecting everything from that timeline and dumping it there?
Yeah.
In this, what's it called? The void?
The void, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So that makes sense. And then you see exactly why not everybody shows up when they get there.
Yeah,
because they
some
get
of them
swallowed.
get eaten. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
And but it makes sense as to why the Loki survive, because it's in their innate nature to survive. That is what makes a Loki.
I wondered if when the Lokis were facing off in that underground area, if that was just like a regular thing that they did, where they just have these battles, these skirmishes with each other.
Maybe. I mean, it seems like, they have a lot of history and there's a lot of infighting with them.
Yeah.
And it just turned out that, I mean, it was nice because for us, the audience, we got to see that cool moment of like, so many Lokis, which is what the trailers had promised us. But then it was just kind of like, oh, this kind of weird, kind of fun little thing where they all just fight each other and it's over really quickly.
I would have liked it if that was bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was just kind of really quick and you couldn't really see anything and it was really messy, and maybe that was the whole point, is because they're fighting messily and it's just kind of a free-for-all. But I liked that they gave us just a few Lokis to kind of latch onto, and I really liked the alligator Loki.
Yeah, but I would have loved it if it was an epic skirmish. I know that it's not really the point of the show or the point of the episode, but it's just like you have all these Lokis in the same room. How cool would it have been if it was an explosion of magic? And it was just absolutely bonkers. I know that probably would have taken up too much time, but I could have stood with one more minute of the episode and have just this explosive magic skirmish.
Yeah. But it didn't seem like too many of them were using magic, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it
they're Loki.
It seems like kind of a missed opportunity, unless it's just like, in different timelines, they know different things. I thought it was really cool that Richard E. Grant Loki was kind of like a master of magic, and it makes sense because he had a lot of time to really hone his craft by himself, although he said that he was a pretty good, what would you call him, like a magician, a sorcerer, before he kind of exiled himself onto that planet.
I'm really hoping that this episode is essentially explaining that Loki's still alive after Endgame. I really hope that that's the case and he's just in isolation somewhere.
Right.
It'd be cool to find out.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as you were kind of like losing your mind at this concept of like, what if he could come back? I was like, oh yeah.
But it's because you grow fond of these characters after spending so much time with them for like years, that when you watch something like Black Widow, you're hoping that somewhere in there is a hint as to why she still might be alive in the series. So when you're watching this, you're looking for a hint as to why he might still be alive in the series. And so any little thing that they give us, I'm like, oh God, that would be so great if he was still here. Like he just adopted this magic somehow and he came back into the timeline and explains something from his, I'm hoping that there's some kind of explanation where they sort of take you through his journey in the films after going through his hero's journey, through this thing with the TVA. That would be cool,
Yeah.
To sort of catch us up, like, because at the beginning of the show, they showed you the film reel of his life and where he dies. And so it might be kind of neat if, they're probably not going to do it, but if they sort of catch you up at the end of the next episode, a film reel of sorts of like his new perspective, if that makes any sense, like him being the good dude and like the moves he's making now as a result of being this good person.
Yeah. And I think that's the whole point, right? And I think it's so interesting that Disney and Marvel have kind of gone this more, I guess, I want to say like psychological route, where, in WandaVision, they were exploring grief and letting go and depression and all that. And then here it's kind of this idea of, are we capable of change? Are we just who we are? When you're faced with a bunch of different versions of you and they're all just kind of the same and making the same types of mistakes, and with this idea of, this hopelessness of like, I just can't change.
Yeah.
And then to kind of have Sylvie and Loki come along and be very determined to make a change and to kind of see that, and for him to see that possibility and to really grasp it with both hands and want to be a good guy now.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice.
What is the theme? What is the underlying theme? in your opinion, with Loki? Is that we are capable of change? Is that the underlying theme?
I feel like that's kind of where they're leading us with this, is that...
Because with WandaVision, like you pointed out, that was about grief.
Yeah.
Right? And Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I suppose, was about change. And racism and...
Yeah, and like stepping into your own and taking up space and finding your voice and being that person that you were always meant to be.
Right. So what's Loki then, in your opinion?
I think for me right now, what I'm seeing is this idea of it's never too late to change. Like you can change who you are. You know, you can change the choices you make in life, and you can go from being the mischievous, naughty Loki who stabs people in the back and who can't be trusted into being
become
someone,
a good person.
to who has friends and who loves people and won't betray them anymore.
I guess they explained that in the last episode with Mobius. Like you can become a good person. You can choose to be a good person.
Yeah, exactly. It's about the choices we make in life.
That makes sense. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I think.
I forgot to mention this in the review of the last episode, but I hated the way B-15 went down. It was garbage. I mean, that whole fight scene was kind of garbage, honestly. It's like, it wasn't great. It was sort of a mess, and I forgot to comment on about it because like the show as a whole is lovely, and I'm enjoying it so much, but like the action is just sometimes it's just hit and miss, and the action there again was like just wacky. And
you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, and then when she went down, I'm like, wait, when did we see her actually go down? It was she got shafted, I felt like. And even in this episode, I felt like she got shafted a little bit with these weird lines. Like, I thought the writing in that scene was just not great. The writing in this episode overall was cool, but in that particular scene, it wasn't great. It's like, oh, you want it, he needs it. I'm like, why did you even speak? Like, you didn't even need to say anything at that point. It felt like just a filler moment. It didn't really, because did that really move anything along other than the moment where she's going after the people who made the TVA? Okay, cool. She got what she needed out of that. There wasn't really, nothing else needed to be said in that scene. It didn't help me emotionally. It didn't help me with the story.
Well, it was just nice to see that she was alive, right? Because we didn't see whether or not
we got that too.
She died.
Yeah, but that line of like, you want it, she needs it. Like, you cut. Don't put that in there. We have an editor for that. Like, what? You need to do your job. Cut that out.
I knew that line was coming as well. Like, I did think, I was like, oh, wow, I could have wrote this. And I'm really not great at writing scripts. So,
I want to make a comment real quick on the visual effects, which throughout the show has looked fantastic. There are some moments where I can see that they're on a green screen stage of some kind, and it's just like, I guess it's more complicated with that kind of hair that Tom Hiddleston has, but like there are instances where I can tell they're on a green screen stage, but most of the time, the visual effects looks fantastic in this show. Yeah. I mean, even that monster, it's like stellar.
The alligator. That's surely not a real alligator.
Oh, you're right.
I loved it.
You're right.
It just looked real.
You know what's funny? You should say that. I didn't even consider the fact that that's a CGI alligator. I totally didn't even clock the idea that it might be a real, like a CGI alligator.
No, because it was so good.
Yeah.
Like they even got the eye blinks and the breathing and everything. I'm obsessed with that alligator. And like I said, I do not even like reptiles, but I would give that a cuddle and a kiss on the snout. Like, for real. It's so cute. What do you think about Renslayer? What do you think's going to happen with her? I do not trust her. Well, obviously my instincts were right because she's a bitch.
Well, I think she's going to die by the end of the episode, or the end of the series.
You think so?
She's a treacherous person. She has to go down.
Nah, man. I think she's going to come out as like a big evil.
Okay. All right. I don't know. You might be right, but one of the things I'm noticing about this whole thing, though, is it's very much Joseph Campbell hero's journey. The whole thing.
Yes.
It's very, very interesting how much it is exactly that to a T. Done to this episode and encountering these characters and the old guy like this. I don't know. It's very cool how it fits into all that. And
well, it's playing into archetypes, right?
Right, that's true.
And like the reason why we have archetypes is that we recognize these stories and they're true. There's a truthfulness to them of going through this journey and finding yourself and, becoming the hero of your story. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I agree with you. In the hero's journey, the whole thing is a character going on a path or a mission. Like there's this point of no return that he experiences, and this show feels more like a long movie, like a movie broken up into episodes. I feel like it would be cool. I don't think Disney Plus would ever do it, but it would be cool if they could just make one long version of this that you can just watch like a film, like a 3-hour or however many minutes it is film.
Yeah, it'd be pretty long.
Because it feels more like a movie that's just extended, you know, like into episodes. You look at the structure of the story overall thus far, it really is just a movie.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's great. I think it's cool. And the visual effects, again, is stunning. The only thing I wish they improved on is the action, to be honest with you, because there's like certain moments of action where I'm just like, oh, damn, everything else is so good, you know? I'm just amazed at the way they designed this monster.
Yeah, because it's kind of like the smoke looks really good. It kind of has that like Godzilla vibe.
It's new. I've never seen a monster that looked like that before. And it is quite frightening, especially they needed that scene where the ship dropped in. That was very helpful.
Yeah.
Because you saw exactly, like you needed a moment where you could see exactly how lethal, how dangerous and of this monster is, why you should be afraid.
Exactly.
You know, it totally made sense to have that scene in there. And like they're trying to fight for their lives and they didn't stand a chance because the monster just wiped them out. And you're like, okay, cool. We got to figure something else out.
Yeah, exactly. Because like at first you're all like, okay, it's smoky. Like really, like, how harmful is smoke to you? Sure, if you inhale it into your lungs, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Maybe he can only get you from the front. But then when you see what he's like and just kind of how the smoke dissipates and everything, it's just like, ooh, you're pretty scary.
Right. I feel like the reason I was asking you about the theme is because I feel like there's some other underlying theme in here that I can't quite articulate,
like
but
grasp.
It has something to do with aligning with yourself, like aligning with all the forms of yourself within you.
Oh, I like that. I
You
like
know?
that. Yeah, it's just kind of maybe that is that. It's just kind of accepting all the different facets of yourself and incorporating them and making it whole.
Yeah, using it to your strengths or using its strengths. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I can't quite articulate it, but there's something there, and it's really neat.
Because he's so much stronger when he's with Sylvie as well. Like, can you imagine what would have happened? Because I kind of thought, oh, maybe all the Lokis will get together and they'll all be really friendly. This is my kind of naive thinking.
I did think that too. I thought they were going to fight the monster together.
Right, because if he and Sylvie together are more powerful, can you imagine if they all just held hands in like a kumbaya circle and then were like, you know, rah,
it would have been too much
monster.
it would have been too much like Guardians of the Galaxy.
A little bit, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, it was already bordering on that feeling, to be honest with you, when they were enchanting the monster. It started to feel a little bit Guardians of the Galaxy, which is fine. I mean, that's a great film.
Friendship is important, so is love, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I thought it was fun. There was one little part in there that I didn't care for, but outside of that, I thought it was a great episode.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. B-15. Because I like her character.
She's great.
I think that's why I'm annoyed, because I'm like, what? Why did you have her say those things? Because she's such a cool character. Like, I like the actress. I think that she's really cool, and it's just like, that's what you did. That's what you. All right. It was just like, that line. It just left a bad taste in my mouth.
You know, but honestly, the mark of a good actor is being able to take lines that are maybe a bit iffy and to make them work. I thought she did well with what she was given. Was it stereotypical? Was it predictable?
I thought that scene was just bad. It was just a bad scene overall.
Look, she was acting her little heart out, and I appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah. I know. I think they're both great actresses, actually. Yeah. I think they both handled the material well. I just thought that scene was bad, you know.
Do what you can.
Yeah.
You know, it's your job.
Did you notice it actually passed the Bechdel test? Because they weren't talking about another man. They were talking about a woman. It was a woman talking to a woman about a woman.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I think, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Because we're watching Superman and Lois, and I'm noticing that they're failing the Bechdel test all the time. And so, yeah, it was just an interesting thing, you know, in terms of just like all these, I don't know what you want to call that, sociological conversations with regards to film.
Yeah.
You know, for those of you that don't know, I'm sure everybody who's watching this knows, but the Bechdel test is where you have a woman talking to a woman, and the question is, do you ever have a scene where a woman is talking to another woman, and is she talking about a man? Because usually what you have is a woman talking to a man or to a woman about a man. And so it was a woman talking to a woman about a woman.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay.
No, I did notice that, actually. That and also I was wondering too, because Renslayer is such a just kind of awful character. At least so far, you know, I'm just like, I really don't like her. And then I was kind of thinking, I'm like, oh, is this something where it's just a bunch of women being portrayed as the baddies, but then I was like, oh no, actually not, because we've got Sylvie, B-15's cool, and so we have like the whole gamut.
The thing about it is with Renslayer, she's just as slippery and confusing as Loki. Like,
yeah.
It's hard to know exactly what she's thinking and feeling, because she's obviously going through her own breakdown, but it's hard to know what her alliances are.
Yeah, what her motives are.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I said I don't trust her. She's not even gonna try and save the TVA. She's got her own ulterior motives.
What?
She's got her own agenda.
It's unclear.
We don't know. Maybe it is what Eric from New Rockstars is talking about.
What?
And it's Kang.
Okay.
Maybe.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks for supporting us. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.